I just had a hypnosis session, kind of like a follow up on my cancer or this cancer session. I had had cancer and diagnosed with it last March, and I've been doing the typical cancer treatments, but I stopped those in September. And since then, I've had CT scans, and the cancers are still shrinking, even though I'm not doing that treatment. And I had learned the technique for self-hypnosis and affirmations from John, his classes, and I've been using that. I've been doing the affirmations for a long time, but I've been doing them in particular since this cancer, and they did the CT scan, and the cancer cells are they're still shrinking. They're almost all gone, but shrinking, and they couldn't figure out, well, why do they continue to shrink? Because I'm not doing any more chemicals. And I can't help but believe, or I'm totally convinced, it is that self-hypnosis and those affirmations, because that's the only thing that I'm continuing to do, and I do them several times a day, and they truly do work. I'm totally convinced they work. And so this cancer session and these techniques can stay with you after the treatment and kind of keep you free of cancer. And in the session, the hypnosis session, they were able to determine, or they came back and told me that I am cancer-free. These affirmations are still dissolving little by little the remaining cancer cells, and I continue doing that, and I'll be totally free, 100% free, and it won't come back again. And so it was really a great experience. The thing that, and I liked that, the thing that I really liked the most was in the induction, he had me create this room. And from the walls to the ceiling to the chairs to the windows, to put everything that I wanted in that room, and that would be my safe room. And I can go to this safe room at night or whenever I want to meditate. I go to this safe room. But the thing that made this safe room different, that he put in the safe room for me, was that I was going to be able to call anybody, from the past or from the future or from the parents, a spirit, a person, somebody who's no longer here. I would be able to call them up into the room to have them help me with something that I'm concerned about, or to help me with these answers. And I really like that, because now I'll be able to do the self-hypnosis, these affirmations, and I'll be able to go into my room and bring in a resource to help me make a decision or guide me in a direction. And I thought that was very, very powerful. I really liked that.
And also, we discovered that you have some issues in the left eye. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, I didn't I didn't know this, but in this session, I called up 2 or 3 doctors, but one of the doctors came in to the session and was scanning me, and he discovered that I have the beginnings of a cataract in my left eye, and it's starting to fog up or over, and he went in to try to clear some of the fogging of the cornea, but he also told me to do some exercises to help strengthen the eye and my eye. And then I also did that same doctor also did something to John's eyes for
right.
John, and for him to exercise and do to help him get rid of his bifocal glasses, which was also kind of it was really an interesting session, a wonderful session.
And the most important thing, we find out why the cancer came into your life about a year ago, and we figured out why the cancer came in, and why everything went down the way it went down. That's another thing.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought about it, but the basic that was driving this and the anxiety was because I'm not able to do everything that I want to do, and so it stresses me. And so everybody has stress, everybody has anxiety, But with me, the stress attacked my bladder, which was the weakest piece,
That's right.
and I developed bladder cancer. And so now I have another tool or technique to help manage this stress, in that I can't do all the things I want to do, but to be able to pace or organize and task it out, break it down. Sometimes they call it chunking things down.
Well, I'm glad to hear that the session went perfect and that you're cancer free, and keep working your affirmations and your self hypnosis, Bob. That's one thing that they told us to do, and it's working out fine. And thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank you. It was a wonderful session. Looking forward to the next one.
All right, thank you, Bob.